Hello everybody, welcome to my music class. This is a theory lesson that we're going to talk about major scales and how to write them all out. So stay tuned, go ahead and get out a sheet of paper and something to write on, something to write with, and I'll be with you shortly. It's, creating major scales. We're going to write out all 15 major scales. Most people are used to 12. I do 15, and I'll show you what I mean by that. There's a couple of terms that I'm going to throw at you as well. That will probably be up on some future assessments on some Google Forms for the class. But this is how to write out all 15 major scales. We're going to do it step by step. So please take out a sheet of paper, and I'll try and go slow. But you can always pause the video and rewind a little bit to hear me say it again. Okay? So these are 15 major scales. Okay. Step one. Step one is you're going to start with a C major scale. Please have enough room. They're going to be offset blocks, so have enough room. Don't write too big. If you have a sheet of paper, you should be fine, but I want to make sure that you can fit it all on one page because it can get a little messy the first time you write these out. Okay, so I'm going to get, there we go. I'm going to keep the darkness down a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. The first step is to write out a C major scale. Okay, now the important thing to know about writing out all the major scales is the magic number. The magic number is 4. 4 is the magic number. What's the magic number? Hopefully you said 4. Okay, so step 2 is we're going to count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That takes me to F. Step 2, count to 4. That is going to be the beginning of our next scale. So I'm going to take that letter and start over here. Step 3 is I'm going to copy all the letters from the previous scale. Step 3 is copy all the letters from the previous scale, starting on the 4th letter, okay? So, or 4th note. So everything that was in the top scale is now on the bottom scale, but starting on the 4th letter, or the 4th note. Now I'm going to count to 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to add a flat. Step 4, count to 4, add a flat. Now, all you really have to do is follow steps 2, 3, and 4 all the way till you get to C flat. So a C flat scale. Okay? So I'm gonna let you guys fill that out. I'm gonna fill it out right now. I'll go one more scale and then I'll pretty much fast forward so you see what it looks like when it's all done. Okay? So I'm gonna follow this pattern again. Step 2 was count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That takes me to B flat. That's the start of my next scale. Now I'm going to copy all the notes from the previous scale. B flat, C, D, E, F, G, A, B flat. I'm going to count to 4. Step 4 is count to 4 and add a flat. And there's my B flat scale. Okay? All right, so I'll be back with you as soon as this is all filled out. I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, so I followed all the way the pattern, and I wanted to point out a couple things because right now we're at a halfway point. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 scales. We have 7 more to go. There's a couple things I want to point out though. If you notice, the C natural scale is all natural. When the time you get to C flat is also all natural. Now, if you refer back to the keyboard that we learned how to draw last night and the previous video where you had the keyboard up, and if you check your notes and you have your keyboard written out, there are several notes that are the same note but spelled the same. For example, if I hit a C sharp, that's actually, it's a C sharp or it's a D flat, it doesn't matter, it's the same note, but it's spelled 2 different ways. That's called an enharmonic. So, for example, this is a D flat, but it's also called a C sharp. That is what we call an enharmonic. And if you notice that, there are 3 scales that we're going to share notes, but they're going to be spelled a completely different way. Okay, so the enharmonic of D flat is C sharp. So the next scale that we're going to do, one of the first of the 3 shared scales, is going to be C sharp. The shared note, the shared name for G flat is F sharp, so I'm going to share that one as well. And the shared note for C flat is B natural, so that's the 3rd enharmonic scale. So we have C sharp, F sharp, and B. Now, we notice that the very first scale was C natural, and that was all natural. The scale at the bottom down here is C flat, and that's all flat. So the C sharp scale is, guess what? All sharp. So I'm gonna write that sharp scale out right now. C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, C sharp. That's the C sharp scale, okay? Now I follow basically the same pattern, but there's one other thing you gotta realize is that when you have a sharp and you add a flat to it, it becomes natural. So if I have a sharp and I add a flat, it's gonna equal unnatural. So, same rules apply. First rule, count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's F sharp. So I'm gonna go all the way down here, that's the start of my next scale. F sharp, I'm gonna write down all the letters from the scale previous. So that's F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B. Now, I know it's a B sharp, but I also know that rule 4 is gonna add a flat. So I'm gonna leave that natural because it's gonna happen anyway, and I don't wanna make it messy. So I'm gonna leave this to be B natural. C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp. I'm gonna count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's B. That's the start of my next scale. So now I can just finish this out. So give me a second, we'll just finish this all out, and then we'll be done with all 15. And there we have all major 15 scales, starting from C natural all the way to C flat, 3 enharmonic scales, C sharp, F sharp, and B, all the way down to G. Now here's the cool part, is that if I went from the 4th note, I wanted to keep on going, and I counted the 4th note, 1, 2, 3, 4, that takes us all the way back to C major. And this, ladies and gentlemen, are the 15 major scales in the circle of fourths. I didn't even want to bother that because the magic number is 4. There's a circle around it, and there it is, and voila. All right. Stay tuned. I'm going to throw up a couple more videos in the next few days. This will help you with the next Google form and the next Google assignment. If you're able to know the keyboard, the terms enharmonic, what sharps do, and your scales, you should be able to be very successful in the next Google form. All right? Take care, stay safe, and wash your hands. Hey everybody, hope you're liking these videos and stuff. It gives me a chance to share at least a little bit of instruction with you guys. I will be posting up more videos, probably on my YouTube channel. I will post links on Google Classroom and on the Band app, and any other way I can get it to, I will. Maybe I'll even post them on School Loop as well. So, if you need or have any questions on the lessons and stuff, or have any ideas on how to improve them, I'm going to do the best I can. I'm a little bit limited right now on what I can do, but I'll absolutely listen and take your comments to heart. All right, take care of each other, wash your hands, stay inside, stay safe, and I hope to see you guys all real soon. All right, take care.